Hey love bugs, today I have a special video for you. Today is going to be my Q&A for this month. Although I really have been bad about doing them regularly. They've been really sporadic. I think I've only done like 3 now. Maybe I really don't want to do them every month. I think maybe like every season would be better. Like every few months. Sorry if you hear barking. My neighbor has the cutest puppy ever. He's like a little pit puppy. So I definitely have some interesting questions from you guys, but I also have been getting a lot of the same questions here on YouTube and social media and whatnot. So I thought that I would answer some of those as well, some of the FAQs as well as some of your personal questions. There are 2 questions I've been getting a lot recently, and one of them I seem to get every time I don't post a photo with Tyler for like a few weeks or something like that, and that is if we've broken up, if we are splitting up, and the answer to that is always no. If something were to happen, I would obviously tell you guys in my own time. But we're obviously fine. I know it's been a long time, but Tyler's still kind of shy about the whole YouTube and social media thing. On top of that, a lot of people have been asking recently if I live with him or if I live with Aaron, my roommate, who you guys have seen in several videos. And the answer to that is I live with both of them. Aaron is our roommate, Tyler is my husband. We live together in one townhouse. Do you like the diagram I'm apparently making with our hands here? I get those questions a lot. And I used to honestly get like kind of offended when people would ask like every 10 seconds if Tyler and I were breaking up or whatever, but I also understand it's just like pure curiosity. And honestly, like I may have relationships that are very different from yours, and you may see like this tiny portion of my life and think I'm way too close with my best friend / roommate for my own relationship's good, or you may not see Tyler for weeks at a time on social media and think, well, obviously she doesn't care anymore. And that's just not the case. Like I said, if something were to change in that aspect, if something were to happen in my relationship, I would tell you in my own time, I promise. It wouldn't be something that would be kept under the rug for the rest of eternity. But no, nothing has happened or anything like that. And I'm very happy and very married and just very content in my life. Another question I've been getting a lot, and then we will get into your Instagram questions and whatnot and specific questions for this Q&A, is have I been losing weight and what have I been doing to lose weight? And some of you will know this is very personal and I haven't really made a video talking about it in any way, but I stopped eating meat about 6 weeks ago now, like a little bit over 5 weeks actually, closer to 6, and I feel really good. There were a lot of reasons behind it, and I could make a whole video about that. But that's been a huge thing since the weather's been clearing up. I've just been outside more, and that's helped a lot. And I see a lot of product reviews on this, and so I thought that I might throw it in here that I've also been drinking this tea in particular to help with bloating. This is Your Tea, and I've actually tried Your Tea previously. This is the tiny tea. This stuff is legitimate crack. It is so freaking good. For the past 2 weeks, I've been drinking this 3 times a day, and it actually says on the box here when you're supposed to take it, and basically it's 30 minutes before each meal. So you're supposed to take it on an empty stomach, and you're really supposed to avoid it late at night because it really helps to give you like an energy boost. So I like to take it in the mornings before, or take it, not like it's a pill. I like to drink it in the mornings and have my first cup before I go for my morning walk. So I'll start the day with it, I'll go for my walk, I'll get home, and pretty much that is when I'll have my first meal. And then I'll have it 30 minutes before lunch and 30 minutes before dinner. And I really have noticed a difference. The thing with tea is that it is incredibly good for you, but there's something about this formula that has really helped with bloating. I was not the healthiest when I went to Florida for spring break, and I definitely steered clear of meat, which did help, but that doesn't mean that I was eating super healthy. And I just found that this helped to reduce a lot of that water weight and a lot of that bloating. And honestly, the added benefit of that has been that it has given me so much freaking energy. I've just been doing more, and then subsequently I've been losing weight because I have been more active and just outside more and doing more things because I'm not as sluggish and not as tired. I will also say that getting into the routine of drinking this has helped a lot with my insomnia. Because I'm actually going to bed at a decent hour and I'm waking up at a decent hour. Before, I really was not going to bed until like 4, 5, 6 in the morning, which is crazy. And then I was sleeping like barely, maybe till 10 o'clock, then waking up and feeling like absolute crap, having zero energy. With this, I don't know if it's just a different kind of caffeine than I would typically get from coffee, but number one, I don't feel as jittery, and number two, I just feel like I have more energy to do the things I need to do through the day so I can go to bed feeling accomplished for that day. Does that make any sense? You don't have to use this for weight loss either necessarily. It's just a really nice like energy boosting tea. And I really like it. My husband's been drinking it as well in the mornings. He's like a big tea person. He likes tea even more than I do. And I honestly am kind of picky and snobby with mine, and I really, 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 really like this. For sure, you could do this and do a 28-day detox like it suggests, and you could do it the 3 times a day. That's what I'm currently doing, and I'm going to be taking it home with me. I probably will have to skip the next like day or two just while I'm on the road. But I just like the way that it makes me feel. I like the results that I've seen. I definitely feel like I'm less bloated. They recommend either adding a squeeze of lemon or a dash of natural honey, which I really like to do the honey. Or I don't know, sometimes like before dinner, if I have a particular sweet tooth, I'll add like the tiniest, babyest bit of stevia. But I honestly like the taste of this better with just honey or something. So I think that's all I have to say on that. I just really enjoyed it, and if you guys want to check it out, they are the sponsor of today's video. If you guys want to check it out, there will be a link down below. Again, I'm a big fan. I think it's had great results. That's kind of what I've been doing in terms of losing weight or whatnot. And understand, like, I'm not on a current path. I'm not like setting out to lose weight necessarily. It has a lot to do with the change in my diet. It has a lot to do with the fact that I am more energetic. The additional energy has come from this, of course. So yeah, those are the huge things that have kind of changed in my diet and exercise and whatnot routine. And I think that is all. So now I'm going to get into you guys' Instagram questions. Mandy Lou's Moo, you have the cutest username ever. How do you keep your hair long and healthy? Mine gets damaged so easily that I can't get it to grow. I feel so bad. I do everything wrong. I bleach it, I process it at home, and I use heat on it like once or twice a week. The thing about my hair is I don't wash it a lot. I used to wash it every I would say every 3 days, and now I pretty much wash it maybe every 5 or 6. I find that for my hair, and you can kind of see, like, I really don't have a whole lot of split ends going on. I just find for my hair, cutting out washing really seems to help because it has a lot of like natural oils that start to sink in. And you might think, well, that's really gross, like if you're working out or you're going walking and stuff. And I do obviously shower every single day, but I don't wash my hair all the time. So yeah, that's kind of, I wish I had like, I wish I had advice, but I don't cut my hair regularly. I don't do anything you're supposed to do. Kennedy Morin, are you traveling this summer? Love you. I love you. And I am. I just went to Tampa, and that was a lot of fun. I'm going back to Los Angeles. Oh my God, I can finally make this announcement. I'm going back to LA with my friend Alexandra from Learning to Be Fearless. Okay, I am so excited. Alex and I have been friends for a while, and like we've known each other from pretty much the start of this channel for me. But I'm so excited to be going to LA with her because I think we're just going to have a blast. We're going to be going for Generation Beauty, which is at the end of May. Yes. So I'm going to be going there. I'm also going home to Georgia. I think when you're watching this, I'll be already home in Georgia visiting my family. And other than that, I'm also going back to Florida because one of my best friends is getting married. So lots and lots and lots of traveling this summer, actually. Woman in red, but it is R-E-A-D. Clever girl. What were you like in high school? I was interesting. I don't think that I was always as nice or as like generally well-meaning as I am now in my life. And maybe that sounds like sort of cocky, but I genuinely think like I'm a nice person now, and I don't necessarily think I was in high school. The honest to God reason for that was because I was teased so much growing up that I always had like a guard up, and I was always sort of sassy and like talking back to people and starting fights where there shouldn't have been fights. Not like physical fights. I was way too wimpy for that. But you know, like I think I was a little bit dramatic. I think I was a little bit self-centered. I was also very driven. I graduated in the top 10% of my graduating class. I was very busy. with all of the things that I had going on. I was playing like in the band and stuff, and playing in multiple bands at that because my dad was the band director for my high school. I was working at a church already. I had started my first job. So I was driven and I was smart, but I wasn't that nice. That's just like the honest to God truth. I also was not as confident as I am now. I had a lot of friends in high school and I definitely have kept a lot of those friends. But I would say that is how I was in high school. Maybe that's not like the proper answer to give, but I keep it real here. Haley's Ahara, what is your favorite subscription box? Love you, girl. I love you too. And my favorite subscription box is probably BoxyCharm. Brit Lit Chick, who is always really insanely nice to me on all of my social media, so thank you for always being a friend. How does it feel to have made so many people feel a little better about themselves and their bodies? I know from watching your videos, I have come such a long way in loving myself. And it made my day to read that first and foremost. I don't want to get emotional. It's weird and it's humbling and it's exciting. I feel so beyond honored that I'm able to impact one person, let alone close to 200, maybe at this point already 200,000 of you. The numbers continue to climb in terms of people subscribing to my channel, and I would say like 90% of them are people who have subscribed because of the body confidence, and they stay for the other videos for the beauty and the fashion because those are fun, but like they subscribe because of the things that I have to say on accepting yourself and loving yourself in every single form of you, in every way that you look. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it's very gratifying to know that that's why people most of the time are subscribing. But also, like, I find that as the numbers continue to climb, it's hard to put that into perspective. And I'm talking with my hands a lot right now because I'm trying to that's what I do when I process. It's weird to put into perspective that there's that many people. And as the numbers, again, they just continue to climb. I think that sometimes I kind of lose touch of how many people that is, and I feel like maybe I'm not impacting anyone, or I'm not doing the whole YouTube thing right, or I'm doing this all wrong, and I start to second guess myself and second guess all my videos, and it's incredible, bottom line. And I'm very, oh my gosh, no. I'm just very honored, and I'm so happy that I could be the person to do that for you. Don't get me wrong, it's very gratifying for me, but more than anything, I'm just proud of those of you who have come to terms with the fact that you're beautiful in every way possible, and that no matter what you look like, you're beautiful in your own way, and that your body is beautiful and it should be cherished and loved. So I guess that's sort of two different answers. It's extremely exciting that I was the one who was able to do that for you, and that makes me really happy. But it makes me happier and it makes me prouder to know that, bottom line, so many of you are happier with the way that you look than you were before you found the videos or whatever. I'm happy that it was able to impact your lives. Marissa Fox with 2 X's says, I was wondering if your hair is all yours or if you wear extensions. It's gorgeous. Thank you, thank you. I do not wear extensions. It is all mine. I was at a photo shoot earlier this year, and the girl who was doing my hair asked if it was extensions before she started brushing, and I was like, no, and she's like, no, seriously, like, I don't want to damage your extensions when I go in and I brush them. And I was like, no, it really is my hair. And she didn't believe me. It is my hair. I don't know how necessarily to prove it, but it is all 110% mine. Sunflower Princess 98 said, the world's cutest thing. This is not a question. I always check the comments so I can follow all of the beautiful curvy girls that comment on Loey's posts. Woman crushes. I have so many of them, to be honest. This makes me so impossibly happy. You guys are so adorable. I love when you make friends with each other, and I love when you say these wonderful, beautiful things to each other. I love the fact that you can find people to admire and to be friends with because of like little old me and my posts on Instagram, you know? I got a lot of questions on what my advice would be for teen girls. Oh goodness, I have so many things to say to you. I feel like a lot of the times you are undermined and you are taken for granted, and people underestimate your intelligence or the things that you can do. Hello?
Hello.
What are you doing?
Checking on my baby.
Do you want to talk about advice for teen girls?
I'm gonna stand right here.
You're gonna stay right here.
For the rest of it, just creepy.
Tyler is not standing off to the side and playing dress up with all of the things on my floor. But if I could say anything to teen girls who are lacking confidence, it would be to never let anyone dull that sparkle that you already have. And I know that that's cheesy and it's been said before, but don't let anyone take away what makes you unique and different and beautiful and special. And I know that sometimes things are really hard and people can be mean, but just own who you are and find confidence in the fact that you are so different. Lots of questions on kids, when and if I want them, and I do, just not right now. And not in the foreseeable future, although my husband has baby fever like 10 times worse than I do. It's kind of weird. I feel like a few people asked what are my favorite alcoholic beverages. Oh my goodness, Carlissa Monet asked alcoholic beverages, but her phone autocorrected it to Beverly. That's cute. My favorite drinks. I'm boring. I don't really like super fruity drinks, to be totally real. When I go out, which I feel like has been a lot here recently, and it's mostly just because I've had friends around. My really good friend Michelle, I was visiting her and then she was here and you know, that kind of stuff. I just feel like really sugary drinks. I try to do the margarita or the pina colada thing sometimes, or like the sex is on the beach. The sex is on the beach. The sex on the beaches. How do you make that a plural properly? I don't know. I really feel like I get sick of sugary drinks fast, so a lot of the times I'm drinking like beer. Megs_makeup_, do you ever get offended when people make sly and nasty comments about your weight? She was really sweet and she went on to say that she doesn't think that there's anything wrong with my weight. What do I do? Honestly, it used to really bother me, and people in general used to really bother me, and more recently I've just sort of stopped caring, and I've kind of responded to people like that with incredibly like sarcastic and smart butt responses, and a lot of people mistake that as me caring a lot, and I've started playing it off, and my way of dealing with it is by pretty much, like someone the other day commented, I don't even remember, that my body made them really uncomfortable in what I was wearing, and I needed to stop wearing shorts and lose some weight, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll totally go change my whole life because it makes you uncomfortable. When someone makes a comment about the way that I look or my weight, I don't take it as a compliment, but like I don't take it as an insult. I do take it as a compliment in the respect that that's really all they can attack me for, unless they're saying I'm annoying and fat. I just stopped caring, and I could make a whole video on that. This is getting really long though, so I'm gonna wrap it up and go pack for Georgia. So I love you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not already, and until next time, my loves, I will see you very soon. Bye. I like your belt.